Expand your vocabulary with our Core 2000 Words ebook. It's free and packed with essential expressions that you'll use on a daily basis. Start building your vocabulary today. Click the link in the description below to download your free Arabic ebook before it's gone. Today's topic is how to speak more of your target language, specificity, and can-do checklists. How much of your target language can you speak right now? If your answer is not much, there is a way to speak more, even if you're learning on your own. In this episode, you'll discover 1. How specific goals can get you speaking more, and 2. How you can apply this learning tactic with our learning program or any other resource. But first, listen up. Here are this month's new lessons and resources. First, the Going Sightseeing Conversation Cheat Sheet. What country or city would you like to visit? With this PDF cheat sheet, you'll be able to talk about where you want to go, and you'll master all the common words and phrases for sightseeing. Second, the Most Common Nouns PDF ebook. You'll master over 90 common nouns with this bonus PDF picture ebook. You can download and review on any device. Third, can you talk about hairstyles? Would you be able to get a haircut in your target language? If not, then this 1-minute lesson is just what you need. Fourth, phrases to use with your doctor. I have an appointment. I don't feel well. My throat hurts. You'll learn how to say these phrases and much more. Fifth, can you talk about books in your target language? Learn how to say novel, author, thriller, and much more with this quick vocab bonus. To get your free resources, click the link in the description below right now. They're yours to keep forever. Okay, let's jump into today's topic. How to speak more of your target language, specificity, and can-do checklists. Every learner wants to speak more in their target language, and yet speaking is almost always the weakest skill for most learners. So, how do you fix this? How do you speak more? Keep watching. These tips will apply to solo learners and those with a conversation partner. First, let's put language learning aside. Let's say you wanted to speak more about a certain topic in your native language. What would that depend on? The length of that conversation depends on how much you know about that topic, right? If you don't know much, that conversation won't last long. If you know a lot, you could go on for hours. It's the same with language learning. The more words and phrases you know around a certain topic, the more you can speak. It's a top-down approach. Pick a topic, for example, weather, and work your way down. Learn the relevant words, phrases, and questions for that topic. For example, what's the weather like? It's nice weather. It's sunny. It's windy. I like sunny weather. I don't like rain. The more lines you come up with, the more you'll be able to talk about the weather in your target language. The point is, if you want to speak more, you should start with a specific topic. Sounds obvious, right? So why don't most learners do this? Most learners don't do this because they're just passively following a learning resource without going after what they specifically want. It's much easier to follow a textbook than to stop, think about what you want to talk about, and go off in that direction. Of course, you should keep using your textbook or other existing resource. You can do both. Follow a resource and pursue specific topics. But here are a few reasons why this tactic is so powerful. First, specific goals always beat vague goals. For example, between setting goals like, I want to save money, and I want to save $50, you're more likely to succeed with the $50 goal. But because you have a specific number to look for and measure, you won't stop until that $0 becomes $10, then $20, and then $50. Same with language learning. Between, I want to learn more words, and I want to learn 20 words, you'll do much better with the specific goal. Second, you get to speak more sooner. You can go try the general approach of learning the 2,000 most common words, but that will take a long time and it won't get you speaking any faster. But if you pick a specific topic and get all the words and phrases for it, you'll be much better off. 3. So you know what to focus on. Again, knowing what to focus on helps you learn and progress faster. Otherwise, if you're just going through a textbook with no specific goal in mind, you'll spend months on learning a language and never see any real progress. So remember, the more specific you are with what you want, the more likely you'll get it, because you'll know exactly what you're looking for. This is why we tell you to set small, measurable, meaning specific, monthly goals. Now, what kind of topics should you pick? That depends on you and your hobbies and interests. You can also start with common topics, like talking about yourself, your family, the weather, or your weekend plans. But to make it easy for you, here's what you can do. 1. Download our free PDF conversation task list. Pick a topic to start with, for example, talking about your family. Then, take lessons inside our learning program based on that topic. You'll learn practical conversations that you can use in real life. And as a result, you'll be able to talk more about your family. 2. Take 5 or 10 minutes and write out other lines that you'd want to use, either in that conversation or questions that someone may ask you, and get them translated with the help of our Premium Plus teacher. 3. Come up with your own topics that are interesting to you. Then repeat step 2. Come up with all the phrases, questions, and answers that could come up in that conversation. Write them out and get them translated with your Premium Plus teacher, or translate them with a translation software. You could try this, and it might not be perfect, but it could help you start and get you speaking a little bit more of your target language. The goal here is to be able to talk more about a specific topic, and as a result, speak more of your target language. So thank you for watching this episode of Monthly Review. Next time, we'll talk about what's your real reason for learning a language? If you enjoyed these tips, hit the like button, share the video with anyone who's trying to learn a language, and subscribe to our channel. We release new videos every week. And if you're ready to finally learn language the fast, fun, and easy way and start speaking from your very first lesson, get our complete learning program. Sign up for your free lifetime account right now. Click the link in the description. See you next time. Bye! If you're learning a new language, there will be times when you'll struggle with the lesson, when you won't fully understand what you've learned, when you'll be in a rut, or when you just won't feel like you're making any progress. And that's totally normal. In this video, you'll learn what to do if you're not learning and how to overcome language learning struggles. Let's begin. Number 1, understand the mindset of a successful learner. Some learners are more successful than others. A key difference between successful learners and less successful learners is in the way they approach problems. Some learners rely completely on a learning program. If there's a grammar rule or word they don't understand, they get frustrated and blame the program. They don't look for solutions. Successful learners approach problems a little differently. If they encounter a problem, they look for a solution or ask for help instead of getting frustrated. You may feel frustrated at times, especially if you're a beginner, but how you choose to react will make all the difference. Number 2, set small, measurable, realistic goals with a deadline. Most learners fail because they set big, vague goals, like, I want to be fluent. When they realize they have no idea how to do that, they lose motivation and quit. The solution to this? Set small, measurable, realistic goals with a deadline. For example, finish 10 audio lessons by the end of this week. Learn 20 words by the end of this week. Speak 1 minute of conversation by the end of this month. Listen to lessons for just 5 minutes a day, every day this month. Now your goals are small and realistic enough to accomplish. They're specific and measurable, so you know when you reach them, and the deadline gives you a finish line. For example, either you learned all 20 words by Friday or you didn't. When you reach your goal, you gain a ton of confidence. This improves your chances of reaching your next goal because you've had experience reaching a goal and you understand the things you need to do to be successful. Number 3, read along with the lesson notes and lesson transcripts. Now, what if you're doing a lesson but you can't catch a word? Take advantage of the lesson notes and lesson transcripts and read along with the lesson. The lesson notes give you in-depth grammar and vocabulary explanations that are not available in the lesson. And the lesson notes give you the word-for-word transcript of everything said in the lesson. So if you want to pick up every word, read the transcript. Number 4, review, because repetition is the mother of all learning. If you're struggling with a particular word, grammar rule, or lesson, be sure to repeat and review it a few times. And then, come back a few days later and review it again. This same principle is used in our spaced repetition flashcards. The system quizzes you on words, then re-quizzes you in 3 days, then in 6 days, and so on. until the word gets embedded in your long-term memory. Some things you can do right now are download the lesson and lesson notes, save the words to your word bank, or even write down the words or grammar rules. Then come back to review them later. Number 5. Reach out to our teachers and ask questions. If you're a Premium Plus member, you can easily get in touch with your teacher and get all of your points of confusion cleared up. Or you can always leave a comment on our lessons, and our teachers will get back to you. Remember, you're not alone. If you're struggling with a lesson, you can always get in touch with us. Number 6. Take a break and go do something else. Another thing you can do is take a break and do something else that doesn't require much thinking. There's a reason our best ideas come while in the shower or while taking a walk. While you're on a break, your brain is more relaxed and starts making connections that you couldn't see when you were focused and stressed out. It's also why coming back to review things with a fresh mind can help you better understand the lessons you've taken. Number 7. Downgrade your learning routine. If you're studying for 30 minutes a day and find yourself overwhelmed, or if you suddenly find yourself busy, the best thing to do is to reduce your study routine to something easier and more manageable. If you've been learning 30 minutes a day, drop down to 10 or 15 minutes. Even 5 minutes is good enough because language learning success comes with consistency. Quitting and coming back every 3 months won't work. This brings us to our next point. Number 8. Remember, learning a language is a marathon, not a sprint. Think about it. You can't cram for 5 hours and expect to remember everything you've studied. So just like with a marathon, it's okay to go slow and at your own pace, even if you're learning for just 5 minutes a day. Similarly, if you're having trouble understanding a grammar point or a lesson, don't let it bring you down. Learning a language is a marathon, a long-term game. The little points of confusion you have now are just small obstacles, and you'll fully understand them with time. So, if you're ready to finally learn a new language the fast, fun, and easy way, sign up for your free lifetime account by clicking on the link in the description. Signing up takes less than 30 seconds, and you'll start speaking from your very first lesson. If you enjoyed these tips, hit the like button, share the video with anyone who's trying to learn a new language, and subscribe to our channel. We release new videos every week. I'll see you next time. Bye! When learning a new language, we sometimes have a hard time with things like procrastination, discouragement, or failure. But don't panic. With a good strategy, you'll be able to overcome these difficulties. Are you ready to discover the 4 habits of successful learners? Number 1. Optimize your time. When learning a language, it's important to dedicate time to your studies regularly, even if sometimes it's difficult. You're busy with school, work, family, or friends, but you can spread out your learning throughout the day. Study whenever you have small gaps of time in your busy schedule. This can be when you're on the metro, on your lunch break, or while you're exercising. Our podcast learning format fits perfectly into your tight schedule. Number 2. Consistency with your chosen method. There are a lot of options when it comes to courses and learning materials. Switching from one method to another can confuse you and disrupt your progress. Focusing on one learning method will make a difference. Our method has been created and optimized by real teachers, so you can stick to it with confidence. Number 3. Use your language background. Many languages share some commonalities. You can find words that look or sound similar, or even share the same grammar structure. A little bit of language background will give you an edge while learning. Number 4. Study continuously. People are excited when they start learning a new language. The enthusiasm usually lasts until the first roadblock. This can lead to discouragement and procrastination. But don't burn yourself out. Learning a language is a marathon, not a sprint. Don't try to learn it all at once. Break things down into more digestible chunks. Learning step by step might feel slow, but it's an efficient way to learn a language. With patience, motivation, and good resources, you'll master the language. Remember, you can't learn a language overnight, but with motivation and these daily lessons, you'll be on the road to fluency. Give it a try now. Sign up for your account. Just click the link in the description.
Hi guys, this is Nora from ArabicPod101.com. Welcome to Ask a Teacher, where I'll be answering some of your most common Arabic questions. The question for this lesson is, how come Arabic doesn't have verb to be? If I were to introduce myself in Arabic, I would say, Ismi Noura. Ismi Noura. If we translate this literally, it would be something like name my Nora. Have you noticed that the verb to be isn't in the sentence? In this lesson, we will see how the Arabic sentence structure allows sentences to form without needing the verb to be. We'll see what a noun plus adjective sentence looks like in Arabic. Let's see how to say your nationality in Arabic first. أنا أمريكي. I am American. أنا فرنسي. I am French. أنا مكسيكي. I am Mexican. أنا تركي. I am Turkish. أنا أسباني. I am Spanish. أنا كندي. I am Canadian. For a female, you would add an إيه sound to the end of the nationality. So, أمريكي would become أمريكية, and so on. Now let's see some other commonly used sentences that contain the verb to be in English but not in Arabic. السماء صافية. The sky is clear. الجو بارد. The weather is cold. البيت كبير. The house is big. أنا جائع. I am hungry. الطريق طويل. The road is long. الأكل لذيذ. The food is delicious. You must be wondering, what about the past tense? The auxiliary verb كان and its variations are the closest thing to the past tense verb to be in English. For example, كان الأكل لذيذا. The food was good. Note how the past tense verb to be كان in Arabic comes in the beginning of the sentence, unlike in English. You can learn more about this subject by checking out Lesson 8 of our intermediate series on ArabicPod101.com. If you have any more questions, please leave a comment below and I will see you in the next episode. Salam. Hi guys, this is Nora from ArabicPod101.com. Welcome to Ask an Arabic Teacher. The question for this lesson is, what types of loanwords are there in Egyptian Arabic? I'd like to introduce you to my native dialect, which happens to be one of the most widely understood dialects of Arabic, Egyptian Arabic. Egyptian Arabic is the result of Egypt's diverse history. After all, Egypt is not only the land of the pharaohs. Egypt was part of many empires, like the Roman Empire and the Ottoman Empire, then was a French colony, then an English colony. There is no way a country can have such a history without being influenced by all of these different cultures and languages. First, here are some words that are used in Egypt on a daily basis that have English, French, Latin, or Italian origins. Décor. Décor. Régime. Diet. Mobilia. Furniture. Model. Model, usually used for cars. Dynamo. Dynamo. Motor. Motor. Taxi. Taxi. Radio. Radio. Televisión. Television. Telephone. Telephone. Balcona. Balcony. Coiffeur. Hairdresser. Buffet. Buffet. Doctor. Doctor or professor. Egyptian Arabic also borrowed a lot of words from Turkish. Let's take a look at some Turkish loanwords in Egyptian Arabic. Oda. Room. Dolab. Closet. Shanta. Bag. Gazma. Shoes. Kobri. Bridge. Efendim. Sir. Baltagi. Thug. These loanwords came into Egyptian Arabic a long time ago, meaning that both young people and old people use these words. Most people don't even know that they're originally non-Arabic words. So next time you meet an Egyptian, tell them how much they have borrowed from your language. If you have any more questions, please leave a comment below, and I will see you in the next episode. Salam. Hi everyone, this is Nora from ArabicPod101.com. Welcome to Ask an Arabic Teacher. The question for this lesson is, how do I sound polite in Arabic? Many languages have honorific speech as a whole different level of speech. Arabic honorifics are much easier than that. Much like English, Modern Standard Arabic, and almost all Arabic dialects have certain words and titles that you can add to sentences to make your speech sound more polite. First, let's start with honorific terms and see what they look like in action. The first one is min fadlik. Min fadlik, meaning please. Min fadlik is usually used with requests and orders. Adding min fadlik to any request will make you sound more polite and people will take you more seriously. For instance, الحساب min fadlik. الحساب min fadlik. The check, please. The next honorific term is لو سمحت. لو سمحت, literally meaning if you may allow. This one means pardon me or excuse me. It's a little like min fadlik, but is more often used with questions. Adding it to any question you ask will make you sound more polite. For example, لو سمحت أين المدخل? لو سمحت أين المدخل? Excuse me, where is the entrance? The next honorific term is حضرتك. حضرتك, or in the Egyptian dialect حضرتك, is the polite alternative of you. Replace you with حضرتك or حضرتك in a sentence and you will immediately sound more polite. For example, أين أنت is the casual way to say where are you. In the polite version, this becomes أين حضرتك. أين حضرتك, which also means where are you, but more polite. Next, we have أستاذ and أستاذة, which mean Mr. and Miss. Use أستاذ for masculine and أستاذة for feminine before people's names to sound more polite. These are typically used for teachers and to address people in a business setting. For example, Sami, which is a man's name, should become أستاذ Sami, meaning Mr. Sami. Hiba, which is a woman's name, should become أستاذة Hiba, meaning Miss Hiba. Lastly, we have تفضل. تفضل is the polite way of saying come over here or come in or go ahead. It's a very useful word and is used in many contexts, as you can tell from its many different meanings. You might use it to invite someone in, invite them to start eating, and many other things. Keep in mind that it changes slightly according to the gender. For example, the casual singular masculine form of this word is ادخل or تعال. It means go ahead or come in. The polite singular masculine is تفضل. The casual singular feminine is ادخلي or تعالي. And the polite singular feminine is تفضلي. تفضلي. I hope you like our lesson. If you have any more questions about the polite form, please leave a comment below and I will get back to you as soon as I can. And I will see you in the next episode. Salam. Hi everyone, this is Nora from ArabicPod101.com. Welcome to Ask an Arabic Teacher. The question for this lesson is, What do common computer and social media words look like in Arabic? Have you ever seen Facebook in Modern Standard Arabic? Have you wondered what terms and expressions are used in Arabic computers? Let's take a look at some of the most common ones. First, let's see common words used for computers in general. ابدأ. Start. This is the Windows Start menu. لوحة التحكم. Control panel, in case you want to change some settings like language, for instance. ملف. File. مجلد. Folder. مستند. Document. My documents, for example, is called المستندات, which is the plural form of مستند. حفظ. Save. To save a file. نسخ. Copy. لصق. Paste. حذف. Delete, which literally means to throw away.
Now let's see some expressions related to the internet.
تحميل. Download. And the opposite is رفع. Upload. تثبيت. Install. To install an app or a program. موقع. Website. It literally means site, and it's the short version of the expression موقع إلكتروني, literally meaning electronic site. صفحة. Web page. Literally means page. بريد إلكتروني. Email. Literally electronic mail. You might also see email written in Arabic letters sometimes. فتح. Open. To open a tab in a browser. غلق. Close. To close a tab in a browser. تراجع. Undo. To undo an action. فيروس. Virus. Beware of this one.
Now let's see some expressions commonly used on social media.
حساب. Account. Referring to a Facebook or Instagram account, for example. افتح حساب. Open an account, which is the expression as a whole. تسجيل دخول. Sign in, which is the action of signing in. اسم المستخدم. Username, literally meaning username. Many expressions were literally translated from English, as you can see. كلمة السر. Password, literally secret word. It is secret, right? مواقع التواصل الاجتماعي. Social media website. Social media alone is التواصل الاجتماعي, which is a very, very hot topic these days. أعجبني. Like. This is the like button on Modern Standard Arabic Facebook, literally meaning I liked it. تعليق. Comment. Meaning a comment on a post or a status update on Facebook or in a video on YouTube, for example. تحديث حالة. Status update. Meaning status update used on Facebook mainly. Now, whenever you see a computer and it's set up in Arabic, you'll be able to recognize the most basic functions. I hope you liked our lesson. If you have any questions, please leave a comment below, and I will see you in the next episode. Salam. Hi everyone, this is Nora from ArabicPod101.com. Welcome to Ask a Teacher, where I'll be answering some of your most common Arabic questions. The question for this lesson is, what are some common expressions used in street signs in the Arab world? How cool is it that instructional signs are almost identical in just about every Arabic-speaking country? No matter what dialect the country speaks, instructional signs are always in Modern Standard Arabic. Let's take a look at the most common instructional signs. First, we have signs that you'll typically see in a parking lot. خروج. exit, دخول, entrance, garage, or موقف, parking. Next, we have signs you will typically see on the road. قف, stop. اتجاه إجباري, must turn left or right. إلزم اليمين, keep right. إلزم اليسار, keep left. الأولوية لك, you have priority. هدئ السرعة, slow down. انتبه, watch out or attention. The last two signs, هدئ السرعة and انتبه, are usually seen before sudden bumps, construction work, and dangerous curves. كيلومتر, kilometers. متر, meters. These two are the shortened versions of kilometre and mètre respectively, just like km for kilometer and m for meter in English. They're usually shortened to fit on street signs. They're used in many signs like the ones that tell you where you are on the highway. For example, if you're 200 kilometers away from Alexandria on the Cairo to Alexandria highway, somewhere on the way you will see a sign that says 200 كيلومتر, 200 kilometers. طن, tons. This one is mainly for truck weight allowances. The number you will see next to ton is the maximum weight allowance on this road in ton. Lastly, we have two of the main reasons why people get tickets on the streets of Egypt. ممنوع الدخول, no entry, commonly used for one-way streets. ممنوع الانتظار, no parking, commonly found in front of exits, entrances, and around important buildings. Driving in the Middle East might feel intimidating at first, but as long as you follow the rules and stay attentive to your surroundings, you'll be okay. If you have any more questions, please leave a comment below, and I will see you in the next episode. Bye bye. Hi guys, this is Nora from ArabicPod101.com. Welcome to Ask an Arabic Teacher. The question for this lesson is, do you have any recommendations for Arabic media to watch or to listen to? One of the best ways to learn a language and have fun at the same time is to watch or listen to media presented in that language as a part of your study routine. That way you will hear how it sounds in a natural setting, and with time it won't feel that foreign anymore. First, you have to choose the dialect you want your media to be in. In this lesson, I will give you some recommendations for shows and media to watch or listen to make your Arabic learning experience more engaging than ever. First, let's see media for Modern Standard Arabic. As you know, Modern Standard Arabic is mainly used in the news. That's why most of the Modern Standard Arabic available online is news channels, websites, or radio streams. For that, I recommend BBC Arabic. You can read news on their website, watch the live stream, or listen to BBC Arabic radio on the go. Next, let's take a look at Egyptian Arabic media. This one is probably the most available online in the form of TV shows, movies, variety shows, and music. That's why there is so much to choose from. So here, I would like to recommend some shows that have become really popular in the past couple of years. Nelly وشريهان, Nelly and Sherihan. Nelly وشريهان is a comedy TV show about two cousins, a rich one and a poor one, who reunite in order to find the inheritance their grandfather left them. It is a light comedy show that's sure to make you laugh. Grand Hotel, Grand Hotel. Grand Hotel is the Egyptian version of the Spanish drama by the same name. It tells a story about a young man who goes to Aswan to investigate his sister's sudden disappearance and works as a waiter at the same hotel his sister worked at, and then falls in love with the owner's daughter. Together they try to solve this mystery. It has elements of suspense and romance. عايزة أتجوز, I wanna get married. This is another TV show that's become extremely popular. Originally a book by the writer Ghada Abdelal, it tells the story of a lady in her late 20s trying to find a good man and get married. She meets a different man each episode and hilarity ensues. Asal Iswad, Molasses. This movie tells the story of a man who returns to Egypt after living most of his life in the United States. It's a comedy that shows the expectations versus the reality of living in Egypt. It's a good way to see how Egypt looks like from a foreigner's perspective, and it's also hilarious. Most of the shows I mentioned are available for legal streaming on YouTube. Next is Levantine Arabic media. Syrian Levantine Arabic is a popular variety of Arabic dialects. It's become even more popular in the past 10 years because Turkish TV shows became very popular in the Arab world and they are dubbed in Syrian Arabic. Some of the most popular Syrian dubbed Turkish series are أسميتها فريحة, I named her Fariha. A story of a young poor girl who goes to college on a scholarship and falls in love with a rich guy but hides the fact that she is very poor from everyone. العشق الممنوع, Forbidden Love. This is a story of a young man who slowly falls in love with his uncle's wife. The good thing about Syrian dubbed Turkish drama is that they are very long. An episode is typically 2 hours long, and the series usually lasts for more than 60 episodes, so you'll need more than a lifetime to watch all of them. You can play them while you're working or commuting, and you'll start picking up words in no time. Now for Syrian shows. نص يوم, half a day. A young man goes back to Syria to take care of his late father's business, where he falls in love with a young lady that turns out not to be the woman he was hoping for. Al-Arab, The Godfather. This is a Syrian version of The Godfather. There are obviously a lot of differences, but the story goes along the same lines. Another source of media you should check is Lebanese music. I definitely recommend listening to the Lebanese singer Nancy Ajram because she's absolutely adorable and popular. Also, the translated lyrics for her songs can be found very easily. So that's it for our series. I hope you liked our lessons. If you have any more questions, please leave a comment below. And be sure to check out more on ArabicPod101.com and keep practicing Arabic. And thank you for watching. Salam.
Do you feel like you don't speak enough Arabic? That you need to know more words? Then stick around. With these lessons, you'll pick up some of the most common words in just a few minutes. Now, this video is a small portion of our learning program. To get the full lessons, translations, and Fluency Fast study tools, click the link in the description and sign up for your free lifetime account. Hi everyone, I'm Alicia. Welcome to Conversational Phrases. In this lesson, you'll learn conversational phrases to answer the question, what are you going to talk about? After watching this video, you'll be able to answer this question and introduce a topic to give a simple speech. Now let's take a look at some conversational phrases.
Listen to the dialogue.
هتتكلمي عن إيه؟
هتكلم عن هواياتي.
Once more with the English translation.
هتتكلمي عن إيه؟
What are you going to talk about?
هتكلم عن هواياتي.
I'm going to talk about my hobbies. First of all, you'll need to learn how to say, what are you going to talk about? That's
هتتكلمي عن إيه؟
Listen to it again.
هتتكلمي عن إيه؟ هتتكلمي عن إيه؟
This Arabic sentence literally translates as, you are going to talk about what? But it means, what are you going to talk about? Now, how do you answer this question? The pattern is
هتكلم عن
topic. I am going to talk about topic. For example, I'm going to talk about my hobbies.
هتكلم عن هواياتي. هتكلم عن هواياتي.
Here are a few more topics you can use with the same pattern. My hobbies.
هواياتي. هواياتي.
My hobbies.
هواياتي.
My favorite food.
أكلتي المفضلة. أكلتي المفضلة.
My favorite food.
أكلتي المفضلة.
My favorite place.
مكاني المفضل. مكاني المفضل.
My favorite place.
مكاني المفضل.
My favorite book.
كتابي المفضل. كتابي المفضل.
My favorite book.
كتابي المفضل.
Let's look at some examples. Listen and repeat or speak along with the native speakers.
هتتكلمي عن إيه؟
هتكلم عن أكلتي المفضلة.
What are you going to talk about?
هتتكلمي عن إيه؟
I'm going to talk about my favorite food.
هتكلم عن أكلتي المفضلة.
هتتكلمي عن إيه؟
هتكلم عن مكاني المفضل.
What are you going to talk about?
هتتكلمي عن إيه؟
I'm going to talk about my favorite place.
هتكلم عن مكاني المفضل.
هتتكلمي عن إيه؟
هتكلم عن كتابي المفضل.
What are you going to talk about?
هتتكلمي عن إيه؟
I'm going to talk about my favorite book.
هتكلم عن كتابي المفضل.
Okay, now it's your turn. Do you remember how to say, what are you going to talk about?
هتتكلمي عن إيه؟
Imagine you're going to talk about your favorite food. Do you remember how to say, my favorite food?
أكلتي المفضلة. أكلتي المفضلة.
Say, I'm going to talk about my favorite food.
هتكلم عن أكلتي المفضلة.
Now, answer the question saying you're going to talk about your favorite food.
هتتكلمي عن إيه؟
هتكلم عن أكلتي المفضلة.
Now, imagine you're going to talk about your favorite place. Do you remember how to say, my favorite place?
مكاني المفضل. مكاني المفضل.
Say, I'm going to talk about my favorite place.
هتكلم عن مكاني المفضل.
Now, answer the question saying you're going to talk about your favorite place.
هتتكلمي عن إيه؟
هتكلم عن مكاني المفضل.
Now, imagine you're going to talk about your favorite book. Do you remember how to say, my favorite book?
كتابي المفضل. كتابي المفضل.
Say, I'm going to talk about my favorite book.
هتكلم عن كتابي المفضل.
Now, Answer the question saying you're going to talk about your favorite book.
هتتكلمي عن إيه؟
هتكلم عن كتابي المفضل.
In this lesson, you learned new vocabulary and phrases you can use in your everyday life to give a simple speech. You're now able to introduce a topic like a native speaker. Start by practicing in the comments below. Tell me and your fellow learners what you are going to talk about in your next speech. Lastly, don't forget to click the link in the description and download your PDF cheat sheets. You'll get useful phrases you need for everyday life for free. See you in the next lesson. Bye! Remember, here's what you can do to learn all of these words by heart. Drill these words with our spaced repetition flashcards, which will help cement these words into your long-term memory. Save them to the word bank, your personal vocabulary collection, where you can print out your own study sheets, or review the words with our looped vocabulary slideshow and play it until you know all of the words. So click the link in the description right now and sign up for your free lifetime account to get these lessons and study tools. Hi everyone, I'm Alicia. Welcome to Conversational Phrases. We've found that the best way to learn a language is to speak it from day one. And the best way to start speaking is to learn phrases that you'll use in real conversations. In this lesson, we'll learn conversational phrases to answer the question, what kind of movies do you like? After watching this video, you'll be able to talk about movies and ask other people about their favorite kinds of movies. And if you want to learn more vocabulary, phrases, and example sentences you can use in real-life situations, click the link in the description to download your Talking About Movies and TV PDF cheat sheet for free. Now, let's take a look at some conversational phrases.
Listen to the dialogue.
بتحبي أنهي نوع من الأفلام؟
بحب أفلام الرعب.
Once more with the English translation.
بتحبي أنهي نوع من الأفلام؟
What kind of movies do you like?
بحب أفلام الرعب.
I like horror movies. First of all, you'll need to learn how to say, what kind of movies do you like? That's.
بتحبي أنهي نوع من الأفلام؟
Listen to it again.
بتحبي أنهي نوع من الأفلام؟ بتحبي أنهي نوع من الأفلام؟
This Arabic sentence literally translates as, you like which kind of movies? But it means, what kind of movies do you like? Now, how do you answer this question? The pattern is
بحب أفلام.
type of movie. This Arabic sentence literally translates as, I like the movies type of movie. But it means, I like type of movie movies. For example, I like horror movies.
بحب أفلام الرعب. بحب أفلام الرعب.
Here are a few more kinds of movies you can use with the same pattern to talk about movies. Horror.
الرعب. الرعب.
Comedy.
الكوميديا. الكوميديا.
Fantasy.
الخيال. الخيال.
Romance.
الرومانسية. الرومانسية.
Let's look at some examples. Listen and repeat or speak along with the native speakers.
بتحبي أنهي نوع من الأفلام؟ بحب أفلام الكوميديا. بتحبي أنهي نوع من الأفلام؟ بحب أفلام الخيال. بتحبي أنهي نوع من الأفلام؟
بحب أفلام الرومانسية.
Okay, now it's your turn. Do you remember how to say, what kind of movies do you like?
بتحبي أنهي نوع من الأفلام؟
Imagine you like comedies. Do you remember how to say comedy?
الكوميديا. الكوميديا.
Say, I like comedies.
بحب أفلام الكوميديا.
Now answer the question saying that you like comedies.
بتحبي أنهي نوع من الأفلام؟ بحب أفلام الكوميديا.
Now imagine that you like fantasy movies. Do you remember how to say fantasy?
الخيال. الخيال.
Say, I like fantasy movies.
بحب أفلام الخيال.
Now, answer the question saying you like fantasy movies.
بتحبي أنهي نوع من الأفلام؟ بحب أفلام الخيال.
Now imagine you like romantic movies. Do you remember how to say romantic?
الرومانسية. الرومانسية.
Say, I like romantic movies.
بحب أفلام الرومانسية.
Now answer the question saying you like romantic movies.
بتحبي أنهي نوع من الأفلام؟
بحب أفلام الرومانسية.
In this lesson, you learned new vocabulary and phrases you can use in your everyday life to talk about movies. You are now able to talk about types of movies like a native speaker. Start by practicing in the comments below. Tell us what your favorite kind of movie is. Lastly, don't forget to click the link in the description and download your PDF cheat sheets. You'll get useful phrases you need for everyday life for free. See you in the next lesson. Bye!
مارس مارش مارس مارس مارش 17 من شهر مارس March 17th 17 من شهر مارس إبريل April إبريل إبريل April الأول من إبريل April 1st الأول من إبريل مايو May مايو مايو May زهور شهر مايو May flowers زهور شهر مايو يونيو June يونيو يونيو June حفل زفاف في يونيو June wedding حفل زفاف في يونيو يوليو July يوليو يوليو July شهر يوليو month of July شهر يوليو أغسطس August أغسطس أغسطس August يوم حار في شهر أغسطس Hot August day يوم حار في شهر أغسطس سبتمبر September 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 September. الأول من سبتمبر. September 1st. الأول من سبتمبر. October. October. أكتوبر. أكتوبر. October. في 13 من أكتوبر. On October 13th. في 13 من أكتوبر. November. 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 عيد الشكر الخميس 24 من شهر نوفمبر. Thanksgiving Thursday, November 24th. عيد الشكر الخميس 24 من شهر نوفمبر. December. 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 25 من ديسمبر. December 25th. 25 من ديسمبر. مارس. March. إبريل. April. مايو. May. يونيو. June. يوليو. July. أغسطس. August. September. September. October. October. November. November. December. December.
Okay, today's topic is 4 rules for staying motivated with language learning. You're going to learn 1. The mistake people make with motivation, 2. The 4 rules for motivation, and 3. How you can apply the 4 rules to your language learning. Do you wish you were more motivated about language learning? You watch motivational videos, you feel good for a second, but none of it sticks. This lesson may have some tips to help you. First, listen up. Here are this month's new lessons and resources. First, the 24-hour survival phrases cheat sheet. Traveling and want to learn a bit of the language? Then these survival phrases will help you with the first 24 hours. Second, the ultimate listening video master course. How good are your listening skills? Watch this free video master course to more easily understand native speakers. You can download it right now. Third, the 50 most common verbs all beginners must know. Do you know all of these verbs? If not, this lesson will drill the 50 most common verbs into your head. Just use the free audio slideshow tool inside. And fourth, 20 strategies for learning a language at home. Want to learn a language from the comfort of your own home? This 1-minute lesson gives you all the best tactics for learning languages. To get your free resources, click the link in the description below right now. They're yours to keep forever. Okay, let's jump into today's topic. 4 rules for staying motivated with language learning. Want to know how to really stay motivated? Then listen closely to these 4 rules. These rules might be a little different from the advice that you often hear. Ready? Rule number 1, action comes first. Are you the type of person who prefers to make things happen? Or are you the type that waits for things to happen to you? One of the best ways to stay motivated with language learning is to not think about motivation. Instead, take action and start learning. The mistake that most people make is that they have this backwards. They think they should wait to feel motivated first and then start learning. But really, it's the other way around. First, you do a language lesson. You learn a basic conversation. Then you do another. And then you start feeling like you can do more and learn more. You see results. So results bring motivation. Thinking about motivation does not bring motivation. Thinking about motivation is like reading an article about how to go outside for a run instead of actually going outside for a run. So action comes first. Rule number 2, always have an outside influence. It's very easy to lose motivation if you're learning language alone. So what do? Here are some examples. You get a study buddy. You hire a tutor. you join a meetup group. You plan a trip to a country where people speak that language. Or you sign up for a proficiency test, like many language learners do. Why do this? Because now you have other people depending on you. You have outside factors that keep you going with the language. For example, if you signed up for a language proficiency test, you know you have a few months to study and you have to take the test on a certain date. Someone is going to pass or fail you. This is a lot more motivating than learning alone. If you're learning with our program, you can get your own teacher with the Premium Plus plan. They'll hold you accountable, send you homework, and give you feedback. If you have a study buddy, well, now you have someone that expects you to show up and improve. And if they're better than you, that should give you extra motivation because you want to be at their level. So get some outside influence. The next rule is rule number 3. Always have a go-to study method. When you arrive at work or the gym, or when you start your homework, you always have that one thing you do first, right? What do you do? For example, with work, maybe the very first thing you do is check emails. Then you check your tasks for the week. After that, you get started. Well, you need to make the same kind of habits with language learning. You need a go-to study method that you're comfortable with, an easy starting point. And this totally depends on you and your style. Choose something you enjoy. Some people listen to audio lessons. Some people like flashcards. For some people, writing is easy. You can write out song lyrics and translate them. It's up to you. The point is, you should give yourself an easy first step to get you started and get into the flow of learning. If you're learning with our program, you can start with the word of the day email or do a quick 3-minute audio lesson. You can copy out the lesson dialogue, read through the lesson notes, or even easier, just review and re-listen to a lesson you took the day before. If you have your own go-to study method, you're already miles ahead of most learners. Leave a comment and tell us about it. And finally, rule number 4, always be working on something. So here, I want you to stop and think about your friends. Do you have a friend that's always up to something, some project? They're working on a song, or they're making videos. They finish one thing and they start another. Well, if you wonder how they stay motivated, it's because they're always working on something. And this goes back to taking action. If you're not learning or working, you can't stay motivated. So you need to apply this to language learning. How? For example, like I mentioned in part 2 about outside influence, you can make a plan to travel to a country that speaks your target language. Or you can sign up for a language proficiency test. If you do that, you'll have something to look forward to, something to do. If you're traveling, you need to learn travel phrases. If you have a proficiency test coming up, you have to study grammar and do exercises. What else can you do? If you already have a textbook or workbook, make it a goal to finish that book. If you have a learning program, make it a goal to finish it or reach a certain level. If you're using our lessons, make it a goal to finish one learning pathway. Then, when you're done, give yourself something else to do, something to stick with, something to look forward to. So, let's recap. 1. Action comes first. 2. Always have an outside influence. 3. Always have a go-to study method. And 4. Always be working on something. So, thank you for watching this episode of Monthly Review. Next time, we'll talk about how to get a return on your language learning investment. If you enjoyed these tips, hit the like button, share the video with anyone who's trying to learn a language, and subscribe to our channel. We release new videos every week. And if you're ready to finally learn language the fast, fun, and easy way, and start speaking from your very first lesson, get our complete learning program. Sign up for your free lifetime account right now. Click the link in the description. See you next time. Bye! Expand your vocabulary with our Core 2000 Words ebook. It's free and packed with essential expressions that you'll use on a daily basis. Start building your vocabulary today. Click the link in the description below to download your free Arabic ebook before it's gone.